Hey YouTube, what is going on? It's me, Shady here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 2 of How to Anchor, and today we're going to be going over my classes that I use to play hardpoint with, to anchor with, to hold down those spawns with. And we're going to start off with the Go class, the M8, right off the rip here. This is my main hardpoint class, the class I usually use pretty much every game, unless there's a certain situation that comes up. So we basically just have the M8A1 with the ELO sight, quick draw, long barrel, and stock. If you still use grip on your M8A1, I really recommend changing it to long barrel. It does make a difference. You get more one burst and stuff like that. And then I have an L-car as my secondary in case I get rushed by a sub or in case I need to reload my M8. I can just switch to my L-car and, pop them real quick and get on my way. In my perks, I have Overclock to earn my specialist weapon or ability faster. Basically, I can get my Scythe, War Machine, Vision Pulse, whatever I'm using, I can earn it faster to help my team out. So I'm not really in the hard point, not really moving much. I don't need to use Afterburner or Flat Jacket really. Then obviously we have Fast 10, so I can aim fast after sprinting and switch to my pistol faster. And we have Blast Suppressor, so my thrust is suppressed, and there's no thing on the minimap to when I do it. But if you want, you can change this to Afterburner if you'd like to move faster, or you can take off your L-car, or you can take off both Perk 1 and L-car and put on some stuns and nades depending on if your team needs those or not. Let's go on to my secondary M8 class where I have on Tac Mask. This is a class if stuns and nades are not banned or they're just protected or something like that for some odd reason, then I have this class in case we start getting stunned or flash. But if those are banned out, then I'll just take off Tac Mask real quick and I'll throw on Afterburner, or so I have a Speedy R class, or I'll throw in some stuns and nades so I can just get rid of those real quick and or not get rid of those, so I can nade the hard points and the hard point help my sub players out. But yeah, that's my secondary M8 class. You guys can make variations of these classes to fit your playstyle and your team's playstyle if you need to, but this is just what I'm running. Just a quick note there. Then I have my XR2. This is what I use when the M8 gets banned because I am a beast with this thing. I love the XR2. When the M8 gets banned, I actually am like, yes, let's go. I need to bust out the XR2. I use ELO, grip, stock, and quick draw with an L-car as backup. Basically the same setup as my M8 class, except I have grip instead of long barrel. Down here we Overclock, Fast 10, Blast Suppressor. Basically the same thing as the M8, except it's an XR2 now, and there's a grip instead of grip instead of long barrel. It's like an XR2 class, which is my Speed AR class. Basically the Speed Burst Assault Rifle class. The XR2 instead of Overclock, I have Afterburner. Basically everything's the same. Sometimes I'll take off Afterburner, or I'll go by this class and take off Overclock, and I'll put on some stuns and nades or Tac Mask. And if the M8 gets banned and the stuns and nades are still in play. But moving on to the last AR class, we have the Man of War, which is basically my backup, my third string assault rifle. If the XR2 and M8 both get banned, then I just pull out this thing and there we go. Or if the my burst weapons are not killing for some reason, I'll be like, alright, time to pull out an automatic AR. And this is basically what it is. It's basically the same setup as the M8 and the XR2, the original classes, Overclock, Fast 10, Blast Suppressor, L-cars backup. If you want to, like I said before, you can take off Overclock or your perk 1, whatever your perk 1 is in your secondary, and put on some stuns and nades if you want to. It's always an option. But yeah, those are basically my classes. You guys can make any variation of those that you guys would prefer for your team. But let's get into Scorestreaks real quick. For hardpoint, I really recommend, if you're an AR, running the Lightning Strike, Hardened Sentry, and Cerberus, or at least the Lightning Strike and Cerberus. Lightning Strike and Cerberus are very important in hardpoint. At least one person on your team needs to be running Lightning Strike, Cerberus. I'd recommend someone else putting on a counter UAV, and maybe one or two running an HCXD and having someone run Guardian and Hellstorm. For an AR, you're not going to be in the hardpoint very much, so you don't need to run Guardian because you're not going to be able to get in the hardpoint and set it up. You're probably going to die before then. HCXD, you might want, you could consider that. Same thing with the counter UAV. This is basically just what I run as my Scorestreaks hardpoint. Sometimes I'll throw in a Hellstorm. It just really depends on the situation and the map you're playing. So whatever your preference is for that map, you can run that. But that is basically my classes and Scorestreaks studies in hardpoint, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 2 of How to Anchor. Next episode we'll be getting into my specialist. That is basically all I have for this episode, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys next episode. This has been Shady, and Shady out.